makeup. This is the video that you should be watching right now. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to get a natural glam. We are learning the basics on contouring, structuring your face. Really, I'm just showing you my routine today. If you're looking to learn how to do your makeup and you've just been trying to do your own makeup and you don't want to pay nobody to do your makeup, here's the video. Here's the place. And if you're a young lady venturing out into your womanhood and learning how to do yourself up, this is also a video to watch. I'm not gonna lie, I made a video in January on my birthday, like showing motherfuckers how to do their makeup, and I lost all of it. No, I lost 43 minutes worth of it, so we're redoing it today. Today we're gonna be chilling and chatting and doing our makeup. We're gonna do like a basic look. I'm gonna put some lashes on, call it a day. I'm not going anywhere. So when I start my face, I clean my face. That's the first step. I go in with like a regular cleanser face. You can use like a regular cleanser. It should say cleanser on the bottle, whatever you decide to use, as long as it's a cleanser. I do serum, I do cleanser, serum, hydrator. I'm gonna show you the eye serum that I use before I do my makeup. I didn't clean my vanity before I started this video because I'm like, dang, because I know me, if I start cleaning it and start doing too much and start being a perfectionist, I'm not doing nothing. This right here is the eye cream that I use. It's called the Lifestyle Co. Cleanser. I did that already. I cleansed my face. I'm gonna show you my absolute favorite hydrator. Bro, Clinique. I love Clinique. Like, it was like a slow burning relationship. Like, I would have never thought or expected it to be me and Clinique. Am I saying it right? Clinique? Whatever. I love you. I got oily skin right here. So certain hydrators don't really work for me because it just sits in my pores, and then I'm doing like 3 days worth of like rinsing my face all the time to get that oil out of my pores. But this right here is so lightweight. I like lightweight hydrators. This is a retinol cream by Mo Beauty. I use this as my base to give that nice plump. Damn girl, is that your skin or you really made makeup? Look, this is what the eye serum looks like. It smells like, I like to make sure y'all know like what it smells like, what it feels like, so when you get it, like, you know, like, oh, you know, if you do get it, whatever. Yeah, it has this like ginger smell. It's just in the box what it is. It's vegan. I never really understand what they mean by vegan. I mean, I do, but I don't understand where that new thing came from. Because most of the time, if it's a product on your skin, why would it be what? Maybe, yeah, because it says vegan, cruelty free. So I guess they didn't test it on animals. I have a lot of questions about life. I question everything, hence why I don't be listening. I've always been told, like, growing up, that I'm hard-headed and I like to learn the hard way. And that's just really, really true. I literally need to see it for myself. Unless I've seen it happen to somebody else, like, I might take the hard route because I really need it to be ingrained in my brain. Like, okay, that's enough. Do not smear it. You want to pat it. You want to think about the product going into your pores and doing what it needs to do. If you smear it, as it dries and you keep rubbing, it'll create this like residue that comes up. I pat it in, so once it dries, I'm not picking up any residue or like messing up the placement. I don't wear makeup every day too. That's another thing. Actually, I want to talk about that. I know it's not gonna stop. I feel like it's futile to even speak on it, but, and this is mostly for the guys and women, actually. I don't want to hear you telling me, oh, you're really pretty without makeup. Nigga, I know. I'm trying not to curse, but then I end up cursing. I don't really know. I don't care. Oh, imagine if this came down. And I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna like do this video in a sweatsuit. I was like, no, let me get cute for y'all. So usually on a good day, like if I'm not working, got nothing to do, and I'm going somewhere and I have all day to do my makeup, I'll let everything dry step by step, use my fan. But no, I gotta move quick today because it's Sunday, I got work tomorrow. Now we're gonna go on with our hydrator, and it says 100H auto. It's okay. We ain't even gotta do all that. But this is what I do. It's some on the top right here. I dab my finger. I do the area that people see the most, like this area right here. I do my chin and a dot on my forehead. All right, boom. Now this, I'm rubbing this in, I'm not patting, but let me tell you, you know how when you're teaching somebody something, and it's like, well, do you do the same thing for, you know, asking dumbass questions. You saw how I patted my eye serum in. I'm gonna rub it at first, and as you feel it drying, then I start to do this to pat it. Because if I keep rubbing, it's going to come up, especially if you're putting multiple products on your face. The application process is the most important part. Like some people, when they put foundation on, they go like this, and I'd be so scared. But like once you get it, I'm not even gonna go too deep into that because we're gonna get there. Because then my brain goes here, 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 and then I start to forget, and then we'll be sitting here looking at each other like, I don't got time for that. So we just hydrated our face. We didn't need much. My face does not feel heavy. And actually, I'm gonna take this time out to apologize to people who were in my life in the beginning of my creative days and I used to do their makeup. I'm so sorry. I used to put so much makeup on your face. And I be looking back at some of my work, like, cause I do photography too. Like, I'm like, damn, y'all really was believing in me. And I was like, damn, I had so much better to do. But I thank you guys, but I'm sorry. Now I'm gonna go in with the Mo Beauty Retinol Cream. Like that. Boop, boop. This one I try not to do a lot because, like I said, like, it's gonna be hard to clean up. I might do a second video, I think. Don't hold me to that. Of my cleanup process, like the makeup removal. This video is really for like young ladies, seriously. Somebody might come across this video and be like, girl, I already know how to do that. Like, you ain't explaining nothing new. And it's not really for you. It's for like the young ladies and certain people who have never touched makeup in their life. Safe space, safe space. This, I'm just being very gentle the way I'm applying it because I have other products on my face. Now, you see, your skin should look like this before you apply makeup on your face. Your skin should look clear, glistening. It should already give that vibe before you put your makeup on. This part is what makes the makeup look so clean and fresh and bright and glistening. Man, I need to order a dictionary. I used to read a lot when I was younger, but life got to me. So now we're into the fun part. We're starting the makeup. First, I go in with the brow lamination gel. I'm gonna try my best to show all these products. Probably not gonna link them, but I'm definitely gonna give you the name because that's a lot. And this literally stays all day and it barely leaves a cast. Some people have stuff like this or different versions of brow lamination gels, and sometimes they might leave like a white cast on your face, making you look like fucking got psoriasis in your eyebrow. I have psoriasis, by the way, so I can, you know, I can talk shit. All right, so my eyebrows are done. After I get to a certain point, I go in with this is by Benefit. Get the hell out of here. But Benefit, it's called Precisely My Brow Pencil. I want y'all to really understand, like, let me stop. That was a serious moment right there, like, really. I want to say that I usually be listening to music when I do my makeup. I don't like to talk. We're gonna move into foundation and concealer. I went through a very frivolous period where I was spending a lot of money on different foundations and concealers trying to figure out what's right for me. But at the time when I was doing it, I didn't know I was trying to figure out what was right for me. I was just being a dumbass and buying anything I saw. Anyone sold anything to me. If I scrolled on TikTok, because I was getting better at makeup, I wanted better products. I wanted better quality products. So anything that was sold to me that looked like of quality, I would go get it. Like, oh, I gotta have this. I gotta have this in my arsenal. No. And then I ran across this bad boy and I settled down. This is Hourglass. I have shade 16.5. I have neutral undertones. NARS, I spent a lot of motherfucking money going in and out of Sephora trying to figure out my damn shade. NARS oxidize in such a way, if you go buy NARS and you have like maybe even olive undertones, you're gonna go back and you're gonna realize, like, damn, I gotta mix these foundations to get my shade. What else did I get? House Labs. I love House Labs. I have nothing to say, but I just don't use it because I've settled down. I'm married now. I want to explain something about my brain and I wanted to make it clear. I'm not slow. I think about a lot all the time at a quick pace. If I go out of this room right now and say I'm gonna go get a water bottle, I done had 10 conversations with myself by the time I got to where I need to go. And by the time I get there, I realize, what the hell am I out here for? What am I looking for? But I do that and I'm like, yo, how can I keep forgetting? And then I start getting concerned and I start getting scared, like, oh my gosh, am I having memory loss? But I told myself, no, you're not having memory loss. You talk a lot and you need to pay attention. Like I was saying, Hourglass is definitely my favorite foundation. And I also have the concealer. I have concealer in Teak 9.5. And my other favorite concealer is Born This Way. I have another one, like, it's a little brighter, but I like this one, Chai. I use that to warm up my face. This has more of a cooler effect. Lately, I've been using my travel brush because I have like a little bit of glitter on it. I like a little glitter to be in my foundation. I like to feel like a fairy. And the glitter I use is the Fenty Beauty Glitter Bomb. Definitely got cut off, ran out of storage, cool, whatever. A PSA, y'all. I've said this before. Vital if you're gonna be wearing your makeup and wear your makeup a lot and you think like you a makeup girl now, you wear your makeup every day. I don't wear makeup every day because I value my skin and the natural things that I have. Clean your damn face after wearing your makeup. Take the makeup off. Do not go to sleep with makeup on your face. These People say, oh, makeup's not good for you, makeup's not good for you. Yeah, it's not good for you if you're wearing it every day. These kind of products, if you're going out for a show and tell, these are not supposed to be on your face past a certain amount of hours. It should not be sitting in your pores for that long. And after you wash your face and you take it off, wash your face again in the morning. Do like a detox, a mask, something to rejuvenate your skin and clear it out. Like, okay. I do 2 cheeks, that's it. And then I start going like this, I pat it. I usually set my face before putting my foundation on. I think I can still put it on though. This is what I do. I pat first. Actually, I keep patting, and you basically like tap it up, tap. It makes it look like real skin, like pore-like skin. So that's why I like to pat my foundation on like this. And then I like do like a brush motion once it's all on there, just to make sure I have good coverage and make sure it looks even. And this is my concealer. I'm gonna put my concealer on. I'm gonna show you my placements. I start right underneath where like my bags would be. So this pocket right here underneath your eye, that soft part, I don't place my concealer there, because if you place your concealer there, 9 times out of 10 you're more likely to crease. There was that point in time where I was on TikTok, it was a lot of makeup on my For You page, and I would see people like rate certain concealers and stuff like that, and I always used to ask myself, I wonder how you're applying it. This is not me taking up for any shitty concealers that's out there. I also do know that there is a center point, and like where light hits, basically like a focus point. And I go right underneath my cheekbone. I don't want anyone to feel like this is how you're supposed to do your makeup. Oh, this is what you're supposed to do. No, this is what I do, and this is what works for me. You can find a whole bunch of other videos out there and learn different techniques and put them all together. And that's how I learned how to do my makeup. I used to like take the concealer and go all the way down here. I stopped doing that because it cuts your whole face. I just want this area cut so my cheekbones can be defined. And I usually don't use this concealer right here because I use another concealer. It's okay. So I spray my brush. You should let your concealer dry in the space or spot that you placed it, so it can actually set. Like, instead of it being all blurred out in your face, you can barely see the concealer. Like, if you let it set. I love the way this shit smells. Wherever I put the concealer, I start to brush it out. I try to keep it close to the area where it was placed. I don't want to drag it too far from where it was placed. And I make sure to feather the end. When you put concealer on, you don't want to see that line where it's concealer and then it stops. So you want to feather that out. This right here, I start on the edges and then move my way in, because I want to feather it out underneath my eye. And the reason why I said not placing concealer right here, you just want like a little bit to come right here, so as you're moving around and blinking, you don't crease it. So I start on all the outer edges and feather everything out. See, boom. I'm gonna let that dry more because that's kind of thick. I hate this part. Spread it right underneath my cheekbone and then I feather it out. I think this part's harder to blend because like my hair grows right here. So it takes a while. Like, I'm trying to feather out the edges of where the concealer starts and stops. If you feel your brush getting dry, spray it with a little setting spray or water. And then you just move it around. And you see how, because now that I've set the concealer, like, it's kind of thick right here. And so you just spread it out lightly. And we have a good focus point. I pull this part up because I don't want the concealer to spread accidentally. And my equilibrium be a little janky because when I be trying to make sure it's straight, it be all crooked. Foundation, concealer is done. I just gotta conceal my brows. Okay, let me set this. I know I said I've set it 3 times, but I usually set it like all the way through. Next part, brows. This is what the brow pencil looks like. This is like the color. Yep. Some people would probably like a darker pencil, but I like this pencil because it's faint and you're less likely to really mess up. Okay. If I really wanted to cut it, like I would line it up. I'm gonna actually line it up because why not? We're gonna have some nice brows today. Usually I just put a little dot right here and then like feather it out. And I learned to not put the concealer right underneath your eyebrow because it doesn't give you that shape. Well, I'm not gonna say it doesn't. It can work for somebody else. But for me, I don't see my brows being shaped well. So I put the concealer right underneath the brow bone. And I start to feather it down. I don't feather it up. And then I do the same. I always feather away from the eyebrow and then fill in. Because I don't want to accidentally get concealer. And for the ends of my brows, I start to angle it down at like a triangle motion. But peep, I'm not really touching the brow. Now I'm gonna go with my contour. I just put a little smudge right there. So I put this on my cheekbone. Like the concealer, I put that below, and I put it like right here in the far back of my cheekbone, because we're gonna spread that out. And I usually blend down, downward motion. Boom! Look at that. Do the same. I blend inward up here. And I'm gonna show you how I contour my nose. I use this brush to contour my nose. And this is what I do. Open this up, and I start on the side of my nose. Right now it's not blended all the way, but I usually just start to get the shape. And I go upward to add shadow, depth, and definition right here leading up to my brow bone. I do a little circle right here. Well, I do a line, and then it's gonna look like a circle. Put this away and blend this out. Now we're gonna go with my blush. I do cream blushes because they're more pigmented. I use these two. This is my lighter one. I use that towards the inner part of my face. And this is my darker one. I use this right here by my upper cheekbone. And I start going ham. Don't be scared, because you need color on your face. After you do your foundation and your concealer, you need to add that color to your face. You want to look alive. You don't want to look like you have the black plague. Then I put this on the inner part. This is the Morphe brush. This is their butter collection. This is their blush brush. It's very lightweight. It takes a little longer, but it definitely gives that like feathered look. You're not picking up too much blush. And I usually go under here because I'm gonna put concealer right here. And it's like perfect because it doesn't pick up and put down heavy placements of blush when you're moving it around. Woo! That was a lot. I'm gonna go in with the Born This Way concealer. My concealer for Hourglass has more of a cooler effect and like a cooler tone. This has a warmer tone, so we're gonna layer that on top. So basically, I like to say I start off by cutting my face, like, you know, doing the concealer, the contour, like we're cutting it, we're structuring the face, and now we're going in and we're adding color and we're adding warmth to your face, make you look alive. I just do like a dabble right here in the same spot where I put the other concealer. Dabble right here, and then I do a dabble right here in the corner. Boom! Oh, right here too. My smile lines, I just go right in, like, and I blend it into my blush. Oh wait, I forgot to put, I put right here, and then I come down. And this, I also start to blend the concealer like around the center part of my face. But boom, now we got some warmth to our face. This is basically like the end of the creams. Now we're going to set, but not a lot, just a little bit for that round. Now this is what I do. I go in with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I just do where I concealed my face, so it will set in those areas because I like a dewy look on my cheeks. I'm learning that you don't have to have a full dewy face and you don't have to have a full matte face. Certain areas can be matte, certain areas can be dewy. It's all about the, you know, whatever the hell that means. I use this kind of brush. I go in, pick up, boom. I go to my top, I tap. Now the rest is in there, and I go in with this. So if I need more, I can dip back in here, and I just go where I put my concealer. Go back in, because you want an even amount of powder to set your concealer. If you don't, it'll look cakey, and you'll get flashbacks. For my nose, I do like one tap. Put some under my brows because that's where I concealed this area because it creases from time to time. But also, so after I put this on, I get a bit of a cast, like a white cast. When you go in and do your cutting and structure your face, you always want to go in and add color. So this is what I do. I go with my Charlotte Tilbury finishing powder, peep, setting powder, finishing powder. Set your creams and your liquids. Finish off with this. Usually finishing powders are more pigmented and have more color to them. I'm going with my triangle, whatever this is. I don't know the name. And I want to make sure I have an even amount. I go in. And now I'm going to bronze. I'm gonna do my powder blush first because I forgot I gotta do that too. I use this Fenty blush. I go in with a darker shade. Same way I did with the cream blushes. I go in with the same brush. The reason why I do powder and liquid blush is because It helps to keep it pigmented and it doesn't look washed away. Now, going with the lighter one. This one is like kind of shimmery and I really, really like that. So I try to angle it on my cheekbones. Sometimes I do a little bit on my nose. Just a little bit. We're gonna go in with our bronzer brush. If you're bronzing, you want to use brushes that angle. No, these two. These are my favorite. But so far I'm using this. I use the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer. I haven't cheated on them since. And again, make sure we're not picking up too much. I do like a C shape right here. Cause this is where like the sun will hit. Get this real good. Don't pick up too much more. I go right here. And then you gotta be real careful right here because you can fuck this up. But you know, I brush very lightly right here. So that's done, and then we're gonna go on with my highlighter. This is kind of a similar look that I did to yesterday night. I'm going in Fenty. When it comes to the powders, Fenty has it. This is what the highlighter looks like. I have a small highlighter brush. I don't use nothing too big. And I do right on the top of your cheekbone towards your face. And sometimes highlighter can be tricky. You put too much, man, it's wrapped. Yeah, I put highlighter up here too. Get my nose. When I highlight my nose, I do the top because the light hits right here. As you're doing your makeup, you could look at yourself, look in the mirror or wherever you're looking into, and look at where the light is hitting, and that's where you're gonna put your highlighter. I'm gonna go with this. This is a Bobbi brown highlighter, and you have to like really, really get in there to get it up. But I love the shine it does. So it's not as pink. It's more like, it's not even like gold or anything either. Very, very light and faint. And you see I'm putting it where the light hits my face. See, what? All right, now I gotta put my lashes on. So I'll be back. I use the Made by Mitchell Cupid case and I line it. We're gonna line first. Something I also do, I go like this, stab it, not too hard, and now I'm gonna go in and get the brown. Wait, I should do like a deep brown. Which one? We're gonna do this one. Oh, yeah. We're gonna do this one. Keep it light. Feather out the black part. And then I'm gonna go in with this light. So I did black, brown, lighter brown. I think this one is Beyond Compare, Jump the Gun, and last one is Act the Fool. He really named them. Wait, no, it's not Act the Fool. It's Planted Seed. So we're gonna do this towards the inner part of our lip, or my lip. I'm saying our like we share a lip. Boom. Usually, like, I put a little highlighter on my lip. I'm gonna use the same highlighter brush I just used. Also, I want to set it so it doesn't move. I don't do this all the time, but it's definitely a cool tip if you want your liner to stay in place. Set it. It's gonna make it look kind of dry, but we're gonna go on with some gloss. I usually put bronzer over my lip. The lip is done. I'm gonna go in with a Fenty gloss, a Fenty shimmer. I like to pat it because one thing I learned about the Fenty glitter bomb, whatever this is called, it will pick up whatever you just put on. I want to show you. I use the NYX Butterglosses all the time. These are the Butterglosses, and this is the last and final step. I only put this on the outskirts of my lip. All right, let's set this bad boy. So I'm going with this. This is what a lot of like swimwear, people who do swim competitions, a lot of sports, and they sweat a lot and they want to wear makeup, they use this. So I don't use a lot of this, but this is definitely something I've been using to set it, to finish, like a finishing spray. This is the final look. Usually if I'm going out, I'll put glitter on. I want to put some earrings in too. Okay, final look. What you think? Two says. I feel it, and yeah. Two says.